finally time for a Veyle build. Veyle Griffin Knight. Now, I usually don't like to make Veyle builds because you only have her for 3 chapters. However, I'll make an exception. So this was part of my flyer only run, this build, so let's jump into it. So it turns out Veyle has high base magic, and when you switch her over to Griffin Knight from her base class, she actually retains a lot of her magic as well as retains pretty high speed. So right now her base speed is 32, which is actually pretty fast. So if you factor her base speed in and you give her Marth, and if you want to get the bond level up higher than what I did, you can easily get her into doubling thresholds as well as getting extra hits when engaged using divine speed. So she can double things and then get an extra 3rd hit in. The main weapon she's going to be using is, of course, Levin Sword, so she's a sword Griffin Knight. And she also has build +3 because it is the same as speed +3 in terms of cost. You could run either, but because I know that the Levin Sword is going to be slowing her down, I'm just going to run build +3. Sword power is also huge here. Now, you can get her the highest level sword power you can. For free, you can get build +3 and sword power 2. That costs you 2.5k SP, that's her starting SP. So if you have an extra 1000 SP to put on her, you can get her to sword power 3. You can also trigger another additional attack with break defenses. So between break defenses and divine speed, you're looking at 2 to 4 attacks. And the break defenses and divine speed attacks deal 50% damage instead of full. But this usually lends itself to one-rounding enemies, especially slower enemies. So combined with her high speed, her decent magic stat, and Marth's abilities, she can usually one-round armors, she can one-round axe enemies, she can one-round things that are, you know, generally like 25 speed, which are there are a lot of enemies that fit this description in maddening mode. And then of course she can Lodestar Rush for pretty decent damage and usually one-round something with that. She is also on Griffin, so she can obstruct, she can physic, she can heal, she can restore, she can freeze. Anything C rank or below she has access to because Griffin does have staff access. And of course, Griffin does get Clear the Way. I beat the game with this playthrough and she did not hit level 5, so she didn't unlock Clear the Way. So you get her too late for her to level up that much. All right, so I'm gonna demo her attacking some enemies. So you can see here, she does quite a lot of damage when she breaks. And there are a lot of axe enemies late game. So she's dealing 87 damage here. And then if we engage, this is a pretty good use of Marth too, because usually Marth doesn't really have anyone to go to. He is a good emblem, but he's not the best compared to other emblems that boost offensive stats. In this case, he's good on units that can break or have access to multiple weapon types. So that's always something that benefits Marth. So if you have a unit who has like lances and axes, Marth can give you swords. So essentially you can break the weapon triangle. So that could be an alternate use of Marth, but in this case in Veyle, there are a lot of axe enemies late game, and she will basically one-round most of them. So let's see. So she's right now she's gonna quad, which is kind of crazy. The other nice thing is even when you're not engaged, you can get 3 hits in if you break something. And that helps her build up engage meter faster, which is also pretty nice. But this is a pretty chill build, it's pretty fun. It's pretty low investment because Veyle starts with 2.5k SP. You can just throw whatever staves you want on. And the build increase or the speed increase will help her build. And then of course you can make use of her passive as needed. But yeah, that's it for this one. Just a fun little Veyle build, nothing too crazy. This is no DLC, of course. I don't really like to run DLC because it kind of makes the game too crazy. But yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or found this interesting. I am live streaming now from Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern. And we also have channel membership. I'm adding new emotes as I get new channel members. We have 7 emotes right now. And you also get a cool badge that changes over time. So yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next one.